Hey guys, how the frig's it going today? And welcome to yet another one of these vlogs of mine. As we start off in the morning, once again, making the pancakes. Today is the final day of the challenge. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna weigh in. We're gonna see if there is a difference. My first pancake didn't quite make it. Pan wasn't hot enough when I poured the stuff in. Should have let it preheat longer. Got impatient. This is the outcome. Also kind of upset with my GoPro Hero 4. And the fact that it missed the only fish that was caught yesterday. It's funny though because everybody else there was using worms or night crawlers or whatever you want to call them. I was the only one using plastics, and I was the only one who caught a fish. Like I said, it was a rock bass, but a fish is a fish. Yeah, I really wish that GoPro Hero 4 worked better because the audio on it is nicer. I find the video on it's crisper. It's just all around a better product than the Session. I think that's nice about the Session is the size. It's so micro that, and waterproof out of the case, which is nice. You know, I know the new GoPros, they all have that ability of being waterproof out of the case, and they have a good mic. Like I owned one for a week, and then I returned it because it just wasn't cutting the bill for vlogging, because a lot of the areas I vlog in are low light, and the GoPro Hero 7 Black just didn't really hold up in low light. Like even right now, how bright it looks in here with this camera. The GoPro, everything looked dark. I really had to do some modifications to like brighten it up. And unless I was filming at 4K, everything got sandy and grainy, which kind of sucked because it would have been nice to keep that little camera because it was fun to film with. And at 4K, you only got about 45 minutes of recording before the battery went flat and you're done. And the video files were a pain in the ass to work with, because 4K makes for a 60 megabit per second video file, and 60 megabits per second makes for a big video file to be passing through a transcoder. Now I guess of course the other option is get one of those small USB battery banks and clip it on like Chesty or something and run the wire to the GoPro Hero 4 and have like a battery backup externally, because it does work that way. That's how I use it on the bike, and it's fine. And I'm going to have battery backup on the bike when I do my fat bike touring from North Bay to Powassan and the fat bike touring of the Algonquin trails. And I don't know what other fat bike touring videos I'm going to be doing over the month of August. I got to plan those out because that shit starts next week. But yeah, we're going to do some fat bike touring, get around, enjoy life, get out there, rack up some clicks. Personally, on my first day, on that Saturday, I want to try and bang out 150 kilometers. Just friggin' go all in to win, just completely destroy myself that day. Which is why I'm kind of stupidly doing a diet this week where I'm on all protein to see what happens. I should be conserving my fat stores for when I'm going to need them, which is going to be definitely next week. Or not next week, but the week after. Go for a super rip on the freaking bike somewhere. Where? I don't know, I'm just gonna rip around. Figured I better make some coffee because I forgot to put it on last night. Oh well, that's okay. By the time I'm done eating, I can come downstairs, grab a cup of coffee, and we'll be good to go. So yeah, because next weekend is gonna be all about the bike, this weekend is gonna be probably no fat biking at all, and all about the fishing. Friday, we're thinking about heading out to one spot that my friend wants to show me that her and her brother used to hit up back in the day. It's off the Ottawa River, different slot sizes than Nipissing. There with my conservation license, I can keep 2 walleye versus Nipissing where I can only keep 1. It's like double everything that you can do on Nipissing, you can do out of the Ottawa River. So like bass, I can keep like 4 instead of 2 or something like that. I don't know. I gotta look into it. I gotta know my limits and catch within it, if I can catch anything. And then Saturday we have I have my spot that I want to go check out. So we're gonna make a day out of that. And then Sunday, that I need to use for working around here, because there's a lot of stuff I need to deal with that's been growing in that's gotta die. The weeds along the side of the house over there. As you can see, it's becoming really grown in here. Looks like that hole that's over there, well, it looks like the raspberry bushes have found somewhere to root and have rooted, so that needs to die. So we'll probably deal with that on Sunday. And then next week's full week of work. Friday's half day freaking Friday. I got another test on Friday for my job that I'm applying for. Yeah, man, they're going through a lot of security loops. It's pretty crazy. And then Saturday we bike. Am I doing the Powassan trip next Saturday? Probably not. Probably just gonna rip around North Bay. Or who knows, I might just say screw it and do it. It's one of those, we'll see what happens on the day that it happens. Because I honestly don't know. So I haven't weighed myself all week, but I'm expecting that tomorrow when I weigh in that my body mass will be about the same. I don't think I'm going to lose any weight. I'm feeling really bloated from all the protein powder and the branched chain amino acids that I've been using to try and repair, because I'm going to do a workout tonight. So the belly feels a little bloaty, but I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait and see till tomorrow. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to be still 221, that it won't drop much. I feel stronger, like as far as muscle mass goes. I feel like I may have built more there. Not drastic amounts, but I definitely don't feel like I've burnt any or lost any weight despite being in a calorie deficit. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. I also haven't pooped in a while. Man, I don't know if I put too much coffee or what, but this thing is still brewing. Whatever. Anyway, it's 5 after 8, probably a little later. Probably more like 10 after. And the pancakes are complete. There's 4 of them in there. Well, 3 and 1 destroyed one. With some Greek yogurt on top. Should be good. You know, I guess if I want the best of both worlds, an action camera with stability and a good mic, I could just use the DJI. That would work. Let's go run around the house and see how this works out. Only problem is if I accidentally hit it, the lens will just flop around. It won't lock in place. But let's go give this a try. Alright guys, I'm gonna bring my plate downstairs and go and wash it off. Yeah, it doesn't feel any heavier. It does stick out further than the GoPro, which is kind of a problem. But as you can see, it fits me just, well, you can't see because it's not aiming up high enough. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. Here, let's try this. 1, 2. There we go. Now it's centered. So, well, like I said, what we can try and do is I can carry a battery backup in my pocket. Thing is I bought a new battery backup for the bike. Or was it for the bike? I can't remember. No, I bought that one last year for filming outside with the GoPro Hero Session to keep it charged. But I didn't realize that when I bought it, it was the same one I already had. But I can't remember if it was smaller or larger milliamp hours. And I had one. I think it's out in the garage right now. Yeah, they're both out in the garage. You know what? Let's go out there and grab them because I want to do some testing. Even though I'm wearing my pajama pants, who really cares? Some people go to Walmart dressed like this. And they're pretty cool, right? So, why can't I be cool too? What's the rules against that? I wish there was a way to lock the lens so that it wouldn't go up and down. But that's all about the stability gimbal. Oh yeah, today's garbage day. I don't have enough garbage to put out though. Alright. So yeah, I bought, here's the thing. One of these is brand new. And one of them isn't. One of them is 10,000 milliamp hours. The other one is 8,000. They're both the exact same. I bought them from Future Shop. Or, I keep, you know what? That place will always be Future Shop in my brain. I can't fix that. I apologize. But I bought them from Best Buy. And I mainly used, I just need to charge up the bike's battery so that when I do my rip, I have battery backup for my speaker as well as camera systems. But that there I'm going to film a little differently. That rip to Powassan, I'll be doing that one Solo Man 5000, which is good because I'm going to be doing some videography and stuff. You know what? How is this making a comeback? It is making a comeback. See, I got to deal with this shit too. I've been neglecting yard work. I got to get on this like something fierce. Oh man. We'll get to it. I'll dedicate Sunday to playing out here and cleaning up the backyard just so this friggin' wildlife can grow back. Maybe we'll go to Canadian Tire and put 20 bucks towards some borax, and we'll come back and just burn everything down with borax. That'd be alright. But yeah, one of these batteries, and here's the problem with these batteries, is get some light on the situation here. When you press the button on them, they light up and show that they're full power. Both of them should do that. So they both showed their full power. But one of these batteries, the older one, I know won't hold a charge for very long. And that's what I need to find out. Because I like these batteries. See, this one here's still running. I think it's this one here that's the bigger one is the older one. But yeah, these are nice and slim, so they should just slide into my pocket, and I can run a wire to this camera or to my GoPro and be good to go. So let's find out which one of these sucks. Alright guys, first break of the day, and let me tell you a little something. I got a rocket piss like a mother frigger. A little sunny out there. They're calling for rain today, and I looked at the weather radar, and there's like a great big greenish yellow Ghostbuster ghost coming through the land of my area. So we might be getting rain, because I did that yesterday and we got rain. So theoretically tonight is a lifting day. I can lift or I can choose not to. I'm going to though, because I want to. Not because I have to, but because I need to. That makes no sense. I just spent way too long trying to open this Ziploc bag. I couldn't find the seam. Literally, at least 3 minutes. Anyway guys, today we're gonna have, once again, fish and chicken for lunch. Good high amounts of protein, low carb, low fat. You know what, I just opened this bag of fish yesterday and it's already empty. There's only 4 cutlets in it, or 4 fillets. Cutlets, that's hilarious. I'm gonna start calling them fish cutlets. So you're supposed to thaw them. But whatever. I do them in the air fryer, and they super thaw and cook at the same time, so air fryers are awesome like that. Guys, I've cooked frozen chicken in the air fryer, and it came out awesome. So air fryers are magical creatures that come from the land of Narnia and can do things that only Merlin himself could do. Merlin's from Narnia, right? Didn't he fight the Daleks? Pretty sure I remember that episode of Stargate Atlantis. The one, you know, the one with Picard, where he met up with the Ewoks that one time on Palpatine planet in the galaxy of Battlestar Galactica. Okay, I'm done. So, like I said, tonight's a workout night. I'm liking this one day on, one day off kind of routine where you give your body a chance to recover. I'm noticing physical changes on myself when I'm not wearing a shirt, at least in this area, like in the shoulders and that. I'm noticing a bit more pump and build up, and even in the arms and legs and all that, because I've been doing squats, doing a lot of squats. Probably gonna pump the brakes on the squats there though, for saving my shit for the bike for when I destroy myself. Like I say, next Saturday, guys, I'm aiming for 150 kilometers in a day or more. Let's see how many kilometers we can actually bike in a day. We're just gonna go everywhere. I almost want to call it painting the town red, because on the Strava app, when you drive down a street, it paints that street red.
So we're gonna try and paint the town red next weekend and next Saturday. God, I hope it's not raining. I hope we have a good August long weekend. I know a lot of people are going out camping. I don't think I gotta get these 700 kilometers done as fast as possible so I can enjoy some of August. Shad flats are officially done. You didn't get to see much of them this year, just a couple times out fishing maybe. None landed on the camera lens, which kind of sucks because that's always a riot. You guys remember back in the day when I was filming with the flip and one landed right on the friggin' lens of the camera? Because right beside the lens of the camera was this orange flashing light to let you know that it's recording. And I guess the shad fly thought it looked very enticing and wanted to see if it could pull heat from it. I think that's why they go after the light, is to get the heat. I could be wrong. I'm probably am. I don't have anything sitting on top of that air fryer, eh? Okay, good. So if I did, I wouldn't have it for too much longer. Anyway, I just came downstairs to rock a quick piss and put my food in the air fryer. And all that's been done. Just wanted to wash my face there because I felt kind of sticky from eating the pancakes this morning. Friggin' syrup, man. Stuff gets everywhere. But I do like that E.D. Smith syrup. That stuff's good. Low calorie, and it tastes like the real deal. Anyway, how much time do I have left on my break here? Where are we looking? Oh, I still got like 6 minutes. Sweet. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. So, you remember when I said I haven't pooped in a couple days? Well, I just made up for that. Guys, it's 2:30. I started my lunch, my 45-minute lunch at 2:15. Take 45 minutes to myself, jump back in at 3 because I really had the power dump. Look at it out there now. So sunny, so beauty. Why is it on the days that I lift it's sunny, and on the days that I don't lift and I want to go biking it's pissing rain? Isn't that shitty? But yeah, the bloatedness in my belly is gone because I just dropped it in the toilet. And I'm feeling a hell of a lot better right now. Just been watching videos on YouTube about fishing and stuff, trying to get more educated. It's funny, man, people are making baits out of weird things, but honestly, I caught a fish last night on a $1.50 friggin' spin bait with the worst action ever from the dollar store. So if I can do that, I'm sure somebody can make something hot glue and make it work. Kind of looking forward to this weekend to test out the torpedoes. It's funny because that torpedo line, the Heddon torpedo, that's a classic bait. That's like super old apparently. That's like shit my grandpa probably fished with. And they just brought it back, and like my cousin said, it's tried and tested. And my one friend who reached out to me and gave me the spot that we're going to on Saturday, he even said that he uses it out there and he just pulls fish all day long. Now he's an experienced fisherman. Like last night when I caught the rock bass, or yeah, it was a rock bass. It was weird. It was like I'm reeling in the line and I thought I was snagged on the rock, but it wasn't. I was snagged on the fish because it was still pulling, but it was like, I don't know, it felt weird. Then when I got it out of the water, I'm like, oh man, there's a fish on that. Like I didn't even know. This is the second time that I caught a fish and didn't realize it was on there. Like when I caught Kevin, I didn't realize he was on there. I thought I snagged my line, and then I felt that weird vibration you get when you have a fish, and I'm like, well, that doesn't feel right. So I pulled harder and the line was coming in, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe there's something there. Maybe I hooked on to something at the bottom of the lake. No, I hooked onto a fish. So I gotta get used to that feeling of knowing when there's a fish on. And yeah. I'm sure with experience and time, I'm sure everybody who started off fishing started off the way I'm starting off. Trying to get a feel for it, trying to understand what the hell's going on under the water. Trying to figure out what works and laughing when stupid things work but smart things don't. Catching a guppy on a $1.50 freaking lure from the dollar store, yet you see some people drop like 10-15 bucks on a lure and they don't catch anything on it. I guess the fish want what they want when they want it, and if you don't got it, then they don't want it, and then you won't get it. If that made any sense. But no, I really like fishing. I'm having fun with it. It's an expensive hobby, or at least it can be if you go all in. Like, you know, get the fishing boat with the live well and get the all the tackles, and like Struckus was telling me, like he's got thousands of dollars invested in tackles and stuff, and I'm just like, nope, can't do it. I'll just stick to my plastics and my couple lures. We're good. Like I got my 2 Heddon torpedoes. I got my $1.50 freaking crankbait from, crankbait from freaking Dollarama, and my friend gave me a crankbait and some jigs, and I got some extra jigs too because, well, if you don't know where you're fishing and you don't know what the bottom's like, chances are you're going to lose a couple, getting a couple snags here and there on the rocks, especially at sunset, because that place is bad for rocks. Well, you're fishing right off the rocks. It's all stone going out, so if you're using something that goes down, then chances are you're going to find a sharp object down there and you're going to kind of hook onto it and you ain't going to get your shit back. However, one of these days I want to take the line there. I might move the Dollarama stuff to the bike's tackle kit and use the Dollarama stuff at Armstrong, because the top water stuff seems to work. And I know my friend said he goes down there and he'll catch some perch right off of Armstrong, like right off the dock I was fishing on, but he'll use top water shit. Like he'll use crankbaits or rattle baits or jerk baits and just fire them out and then bring them back in, and he'll pull perch. He told me, he's like, don't use a jig, you're just gonna end up losing it to the weeds. He goes, they haven't dragged that lake in forever and it's weeds all the way out. Like they haven't treated any of the lakes around here because nobody's swimming in them. Well, people are swimming in them, but there's no lifeguards on duty, so like they're not being maintained by the city right now. That's what I'm trying to say. The beaches aren't being maintained by the city because there's no lifeguards on duty. There's nobody taking care of them. The water is what it is and the sand is what it is, and if there's weeds growing through, well, tough titties, they ain't gonna drag the base to pull the weeds out within the buoy lines because they don't really care. You be you, City of North Bay. You be you. So I might go back there one of these days with the fat bike and the new rod, the telescopic, and we'll throw a couple friggin' shots out there with some Dollarama stuff. If we're gonna use a shitty rod, might as well use shitty bait, and maybe we'll catch some shitty fish. It'd be all right. I think I already used that joke yesterday. It was a shitty joke. So as for tonight, guys, like I said, I want to get more weightlifting in. Theoretically, as long as you work a muscle group twice a week, they say, you should expect growth. I kind of want to nail it tonight because tomorrow after work I think we're going fishing, and Saturday we are definitely going fishing. Should be awesome. Should be a good weekend, because next weekend now I didn't even tell you guys. Oh my goodness, this is freaking hilarious. Remember how I said because next week I won't be able to fish because I have 750 kilometers to do? Well, guess what the frig happened? Oh no, the bike's okay. Don't think the bike's broken. The bike's fine. My legs, however, they're gonna be broken. Because now we don't have to do 750 kilometers anymore. Oh no, no, no. No, 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 no. Now we have to do 800 in the month of August. Yeah, 800 kilometers. Why did I agree to this? I'm an idiot. I'm gonna be sore. I have a feeling the month of September is gonna be a lot of streaming where I sit down and do nothing because my legs are gonna be useless. Yeah, I picked a great time to do this all-in to win protein diet, eh? Like, let's try and burn some fat off before we go into August of cycling and do 800 kilometers and burn a bunch more fat off. Well, I can still afford to lose some. I'd like to get down to 14%, that'd be nice. That'd be pretty sweet. I think I can maintain that too. I think I could easily maintain that. Just gotta quit going after the Ruffles potato chips. But they just didn't make them taste so damn good. But guys, on a side note, I haven't had ice cream in a while. I think it's been about a week, maybe 2. I think. But on a side note also, I haven't bought a tub of ice cream. Because my problem is I buy a tub of ice cream like the whatever brand, like the Kit Kat kind or the Oreo cookie kind or the whatever freaking... Anyway, I buy like a 1.5 liter tub and I'll just annihilate that in one sitting. Because I love the taste of ice cream so much, and I love the cooling effect of ice cream and all that, which is why I need to buy more cashew milk. And that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. Well, my protein ice cream, that's what I need the cashew milk for. And there was a funny challenge issued by Greg Doucette, Coach Greg Doucette on YouTube, because he was talking about his protein ice cream, and he challenged anybody, and Will Tennyson already did it. I was thinking about doing it too. Basically, you go full day and all you can eat is protein ice cream. Try and eat it 5 times a day. That's what he said. He goes, go ahead, have protein ice cream 5 times a day. For one day, 24 hours, you can have all the protein ice cream you want. And I know for a fact, I won't be able to eat it 5 times in a row. But that's all you can eat that day. The reason why I know for a fact I won't be able to eat it 5 times in a row is the one day I got off work, I was super hungry, but my friend was, I had to go do something. It's either, oh no, I had to go help another friend of mine move some shit, but I was like really hungry, I really needed some food, didn't have time to cook it, so I just whipped up a batch of protein ice cream, drove that in my face hole, and then went and helped him move his shit. I had to move a bed of his, and like moved the bed, ended up moving a table too. Like it started off being a bed, but it ended up being a lot more when you saw the size of the 8-foot bed on the truck. Because you know, not a lot of people own 8-foot beds in their trucks. A lot of them own like little dinky 5.5s and 6.5s. So we got the bed in there, and he realized there was still a whole bunch of room, and he's like, "Do you mind if we grab some more shit?" And I said, "Let's have at her. Like let's just fill it right up. We'll strap it down, and we'll take it to where we got to go." So we ended up filling up the truck and then taking it to where we had to go. And it took about an hour and a half, 2 hours to do all the work. And all I had was the protein ice cream. Now keep in mind, protein ice cream is only like 300 calories. But it's so freaking filling and so much content, like there's so much shit in it, that once you eat it, you're full for hours after. So it's like 300 calories, and she'll sustain you for an easy 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours. I actually went 6 hours without wanting to eat that day. I didn't have supper that night because the protein ice cream just held me over. Only problem is one of the ingredients, and it's not the problem of finding it, it's the xanthan gum. Wow, does this stuff ever make you fart? It is pure fiber. Well, it is actually pure fiber. You look at the stats on the back here, and it's 30 calories, 7 grams of carbs, but those 7 grams of carbs are all fiber. And my big question is it soluble or non-soluble fiber? I don't know. I should probably look that up. See, as a key metric on keto, people are automatically taking fiber and subtracting it from the carbs. So you saw 7 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fiber, that equals 0 grams of net carbs. However, the real way to do it is non-soluble fiber means your body cannot use it, therefore it just basically adds bulk to your stool and will basically be expelled. Your body won't use it. Soluble fiber, however, can be used, and it's actually 2 grams of carbs get negated per, it's 0.5. Basically, it's 2 carbs per soluble. 1 second here. It's a half a carb basically per thing. So like how it said 7 grams, let's say it said 4 grams, and those 4 grams are 4 grams of fiber, then 2 grams of carbs get negated and 2 grams are actually counted. But I usually just don't bother. Like when I was doing keto, and I started off by doing net carb bullshit, and then I realized in the end of the soluble, non-soluble, and it kind of throws it off. And when I was getting like really into the numbers, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna ignore fiber and just document carbs as carbs and go with it. That's what Fitbit does, that's what MyFitnessPal does. They don't bother measuring out net carbs. Who cares, just take it. But then I realized that weight loss has nothing to do with that, and the only reason why keto works is because you're not binge eating. When you eat a lot of carbs, your blood sugar spikes and you're hungry 5 minutes later. It's why when you eat Chinese food, they say you're hungry an hour later. You're not really hungry, it's just your blood sugar spiked, therefore your leptin is low and your ghrelin gets shot, and then your body goes, hey, we need more food. Even though you're full, you're stuffed, your body's telling you, we need more food right now. You don't, but your body thinks you do because blood sugar is elevated. So then you go eat more carbs and your blood sugar elevates again and again and again and again. Next thing you know, type 2 diabetes. Welcome to where I was. This is why keto works, because you don't eat the carbs. And even what I'm doing now, this high protein, low carb, low fat, I eat my protein pancakes. You see the plate, doesn't look like there's much there. And it's literally 2 ingredients. 300 grams of egg whites and a freaking scoop of whey protein. Now, I think on Sunday what we're gonna do, we're gonna go all in. We're gonna do 500 grams of the egg whites. I'm gonna buy like one of the little cartons. We're gonna use a whole little carton, and we're gonna use 4 scoops of whey protein, blend that all together, fire it in the rice cooker, and let her rip. Just make a protein cake. That will probably be legendary. And I plan on eating the whole damn thing that night. That's gonna be 480 grams worth of whey protein, 480 calories worth of protein, and I'm not sure on the calories for the egg whites, but she's gonna be a pretty It'll be probably in the 700 to 800 range calorie wise for the entire cake, but the protein levels are going to be ridiculously stupid. We'll try that maybe on Sunday. Oh, what are you growling about? It's just a cat. You playing with Oreo's ball again? Yeah, you were. It's right over there. She's playing with the ball. He gets all mad because that's his ball and he can't get to it because the baby gate's up, because he'll just go in there and shit all over my weights. Anyway, people, so we had the power dump of the century. It was great. And in 2 hours, I'm going to be doing some Liftomania, getting the body all jacked, and then it's dinner time, where we're going to have our chicken and lettuce one more time, because I'm out of chicken after tonight. And then, yeah, not really that high adventure of a day today, but that's okay, because, well, some people have to work still. What can I say? It's beyond me. But that's what the weekends are for. That's what the weekends are for super fun, happy times. And the weekend is coming up ever so quickly because tomorrow is already Friday. It's Friday, Friday, it could even be flyer day, but I don't get flyers anymore, so that's okay. All right, guys, it's like 7 o'clock or something like that. I don't know, I lost track of time. Maybe a little later. Let me check my watch. Okay, it's 7:15. I got out of the shower at 7. I went from 5 till 6:30, so 90 minutes. No, a little longer than that because I got out of the shower at 7. Well, I got upstairs at 7, so I went a little longer. Whatever, who cares? I went for a workout today, and it was friggin' awesome, and I'm hoping I can sleep tonight. I've noticed that lately on workout days, I seem to be a little bit sore after my workout, to the point where I can't sleep at night because it hurts too much. And I don't really like that, but workouts are awesome, so I do them anyway. I'm gonna be making the same shit I do every night. Just the chicken and celery. What is he doing? Oreo, why are you pooping in front of the truck? My freaking dog's an idiot. Goes over there to poop, right in front of the truck. Like, he's got a huge backyard over here, grass that's shorter than where he is. But no, it's gotta be a defiant little shithead and poop right there. God, you know, and now he goes into the backyard. Like, oh my God, this thing. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do something about that backyard this weekend, because holy crap, it's starting to look like a jungle back there. Freaking monkeys are gonna start swinging through the yard and stuff, and zebras and whatever other jungle animals there are. Probably T-Rexes. You know, this is something I'd probably continue making in the future. Like, that's a low-calorie dense food option right there. I think the grand, I don't even know what the grand total is. I'll have to take a look on the calculator, but I know it's pretty low. Like lettuce itself, that's a 250 gram thing of lettuce that I chop up and throw in there. And like, you can do it with spinach. If you want to do spinach instead, you can buy a big box of spinach and drive it in there and increase the volume. Mushrooms, radishes, you know, whatever you want. You could throw all sorts of veggies in there with that ground chicken to really increase the volume, so you're eating a lot of food but not getting a lot of calories, and it would probably sustain you for a long time. Like, it would probably keep you full for a good little while. The reason why people get hungry after they eat is because they're taking in too many carbs, which elevates blood sugar and triggers hunger hormone. That's basically the whole premises behind it all. That's the reason why keto works. I've already mentioned this in this vlog today. No carbs or low carbs, your body won't be hungry all the time. You can get away with 2 meals a day. You can go on a super calorie deficit and lose tons of weight real fast like I did. That's how I did it. I wasn't hungry, so I just didn't eat. I only ate when I was hungry, and I was only hungry like some days 1 time a day, and other days I was hungry in the morning and then hungry at night, so I only ate twice a day. Some days I didn't even bother eating. And that's the reason why, is because if you don't consume starchy carbs and sugar, your body won't trigger the hunger hormone out of the blue because of an insulin spike, and you're just gonna go on and burn fat. The one thing I gotta say that I hate about people asking me about weight loss and keto is they ask me, so in a typical day, what do you eat? What kind of foods do you eat? And it's like, I tell them, like, okay, for breakfast I would have, you know, 4 eggs, some bacon, and then lunch I'd skip it, but if I decided to eat at lunch, I might have like 2 tornadoes, maybe, which is bacon, chicken wrapped in bacon. And then for supper, I'd probably have like a steak with a salad. You do that every day? Yeah. But you get bored of it? I found this recipe, I found this recipe, I found this recipe, Okay, listen, like with keto, I keep it simple because I like to keep it simple. I don't want to spend an hour and a half doing some recipe that comes with a backstory off the internet just so I can spend 10 minutes destroying my food. I just want to get my food cooked in my face so I can get on with doing other things. That's why fasting was so sweet, is because I didn't have to like wait around for my food like I'm doing right now. I could just not eat and do stuff. But I'd made a lot of mistakes doing that too, so. That's the thing with keto, is there's no magical way to eat. Just don't eat freaking carbs. Problem solved. Don't eat starchy carbs. Stay away from the potato chips. Stop drinking the sugary pop. Stop getting your calories from liquid. Jesus, Murphy, I can't even emphasize that enough. People who get their calories from liquid. Quit drinking Pepsi. Quit drinking Kool-Aid. Quit drinking sugary beverages. There's a lot of 0-calorie options out there. Give them a go. I'm talking with a buddy of mine. He saw the video where I'm doing this high protein, low carb, low fat challenge. And he's like, oh, is this classified as keto? Because it almost seems like Atkins. And I told him, I said, well, the way you eat, like keto diet is basically no starchy carbs. So nothing, no vegetables grown underground. All the vegetables got to be grown outside of the ground. And no high fructose, like you can't have apples, you can't have strawberries. Well, you can have strawberries, or can you? I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff you can't have because the carbs are too high. Where are my strawberries? That are they? Yeah, like these sea suckers are 13 grams per 1 1/4 cup. That's not too bad. 140 grams of these bad boys, 13 grams of carbs. That's not too bad. But because it's got sugars in it, it'll spike insulin and take you out of ketosis. That's the reason why they don't want you to, anything that has a sugar content, you're not supposed to touch. My diet right now, high protein, low carb, low fat. Theoretically, I'm being bumped in and out of ketosis every time I eat. So people on keto, because you know they're eating something with carbs. Like they're getting their 5% carbs in there somewhere, and they're spiking their insulin every time they eat, which will knock you out of ketosis, but you just fall right back in. But I kind of wish I had some piss strips left. They're keto piss strips. You like pee on them, and they darken depending on how many ketones are in your urine. Because when you have too many ketones in your blood, you piss the rest of them out. Because they can't store ketones. Your liver makes them. They get sent through your body to be used as energy instead of glucose. And whatever you can't use gets expended. So unlike glucose, where your body will break down the carbohydrates, use what it needs, and when it doesn't need anymore, it'll store it as fat, ketones just get expelled. So that's kind of cool. So that's what these piss strips do, is when you pee on them, any extra ketones you have, was it exogenous ketones, I think they call it, will come out of your urine, and then the strip will darken up. And I used to use it back in the day on my fasting to see just how deep in ketosis I was. And when I did the 10 and 13 day fast, even the 31 day fast, those strips got like they were darkened right out, showing like max ketosis. 4.0 mechaliters or whatever MCLs are. So I was like, right on, neat. So theoretically, with what I'm eating now, with the amount of carbs I'm taking in a day, I have to be in ketosis because I'm nowhere near bringing enough fuel to fuel me being alive. So I must be running off my internal storage, because what else is there? You can't really burn protein as fuel. All that can happen is your body can take excess protein if needed and break it down into glucose, or convert it to glucose, so that your body has something to power its glucose only systems, like your brain. Other than that, there's no other option available. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and destroy my dinner. Probably put something on YouTube to watch. That's what I've been watching a lot of lately. A lot of fishing stuff, trying to get ideas. So I'll talk to you guys later. All right, peace. All right, guys, it's like friggin' 10 after 9. I gotta rock a piss, and I think I'm gonna shut her down because this vlog has been going long for a lot of nothing I've been doing today. Honestly, I didn't really do much. I just worked and worked out, and I don't know why the hell this vlog's 38 minutes long, but I guess when you got the gift for Gab, you gab a lot, and then you give him the gift of a long vlog, and it doesn't get watched, so it doesn't really matter. I gotta pee. All right, guys, well, so I haven't weighed myself all week. I have no idea if there is progress or not. I know I took one hell of a dump earlier today. Felt like I gave birth. Like, it was a lot of contracting and pushing and stuff. I shouldn't be talking about this. You're probably eating food. So I have no idea what the outcome is gonna be. Tomorrow is weigh-in day. We're gonna weigh in right away in the morning. We're gonna get up, rock our morning piss, let Stupid up for his morning dump, and then I'm gonna go ahead and jump on the scale then and see how much I come in at. So I know it was around 221 on Monday. I didn't write down the weight, but good thing we have it on video so I can always reference it and see where I was before I started this. Now I have been eating 3 meals a day, not to mention the odd protein shake snack here and there. We've been focusing mainly on protein for the whole thing. And on tomorrow's video, I'll show you the breakdown for the entire 4 days of eating, how many calories were consumed, how many carbs, how many fat, and how many protein. And then you can get an idea. One thing I have noticed was from Monday till now, I feel like with the amount of protein I ate versus everything else, I had to have burned fat. Like, there has to be some fat loss. There's no choice about it. I've been running a lot of energy, burning a lot of calories, in a deficit every damn day. Fat has to be melting off. My body's running on something. My carbs have been super low every day, you know, sitting around 40 to 50 carbs total, 40 to 50 grams of fat total. I think one day I may have went a little bit over, but I don't think at any point in time I hit 100. There might have been one day when I had a couple bags of popcorn to the Smart Pop that I kind of went crazy. But most of the time I've been in a super calorie deficit, and today is one of those days. Currently we're sitting at on the Fitbit 3464, and that there is not right. Currently we're sitting at the Fitbit at 3100, and that's with the 15% adjustment for Fitbit's failure to calculate proper. So far today we've done 10,110 steps. I'm doing some more right now, as you can tell, because I pace a lot. And we also put in a 90-minute workout of lifting with many supersets. Yeah, all in all, we pushed it hard. And like I said, with eating that high protein, one thing I have noticed was I feel like my shoulders are getting bigger and other areas are getting more filled in, and it's not fat. Now, a lot of people, like my buddy told me, Adam, you can't grow muscle. One of the muscle dummies I hang out with says, you can't grow muscle unless you're in a calorie surplus. Your body will not create muscle. There's no way about it. Well, yes, it will create muscle. The reason why you grow faster when you're in a calorie surplus is because you're actually packing on more fat. Therefore, your mass will increase, your body will grow, but you'll be fluffy. You won't be all jacked and ripped. You'll just be a really big fluffy guy who can bench press a car, you know? So if that's what you're going for, then by all means, go ahead and go and put yourself in a super calorie surplus and have at her. But it's been proven already that you can actually avoid the whole bulking, cutting bullshit and just stay in a calorie deficit if you're already pretty large and in charge. Because when your body needs energy, because you only need 3 things to build muscle. You need protein, you need water, and you need energy, a form of energy, whether it be fat or carbs. So if you're not eating, if you're a fat guy and you're lifting, you could probably just go all in on what I just did, this high protein, low carb, low fat diet, and let your body fuel itself with all of its stored fuel, and then build muscle while you're blowing away fat. You'll lose size and you'll get ripped and jacked, and yeah, you might have a bit of a belly flap hanging down a little bit, like I know I'm gonna have one. I already sort of got one, unless I can get that thing sucked in, and we'll figure it out. I don't really care. Freaking 41 years old, ain't no young pup, so I gotta keep remembering that. And if you're gonna be working out, don't do it every day. Take a time off. You know, work out Monday, take Tuesday off, work out Wednesday, take Thursday off, work out Friday, take Saturday, Sunday off if you're doing full body. If you're doing a bro split, work out one half the split Monday, one half the split Tuesday, take Wednesday off to recover, bang out Thursday, bang out Friday, like do your I do full body, that's why I do it with one day off in between. And then usually the weekends I don't bother unless I'm bored. Like let's say Sunday I'm bored and I just want to lift, well I'll just come down here and just start banging out some weights. But yeah, you do you. Tomorrow we'll show the macros, we'll show everything, we'll show all the nonsense and bullshit, and we'll show you the final weigh-in, and we'll see if it was actually effective, or if I gained weight, or if I just stayed where I was, and that's all there is to talk about. So anyway, people, on that note, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click the like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down friggin' below they go. And until next time, people, stay safe and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.